Love. Now, I know many of you saying, what do you mean by love? Because people have so many different understandings of love. What I am talking about is not the powerless, the weak, and the anemic love. No, no, no. I'm talking about be love and implement the demands of justice. Be love and use your power to correct everything that stands against love. The urgency of now is to dig in and create the beloved community by rising up to be love. Let's go forward in this moment and bridge the divides. Let's go forward to create the beloved community. Let's go forward and rise up to be love.
The nonviolent movement for social change must be properly interpreted, as well as developing programs that will deal with the issues of today.
Dear Coretta.
Dear Coretta.
Dear phenomenal woman.
Dear mother, I can still hear your voice lifted in song. I can still see the warmth in your eyes and feel the gentle wisdom of your words.
You had a vision of the future that felt impossible to so many. But your faith, fortitude, and integrity laid the groundwork for it to become a reality.
Thank you, Mrs. Coretta.
For creating, for singing, for leading, for being.
Heal the wounded soul. There is a law.
You didn't just teach it, you lived it. You told your own story in your own words. When others spoke over you, you let your actions be a guide for those who chose to see.
You are glorious, not because you are perfect, but because life's imperfections taught you grace. Sharpen your compassion and your passions.
At this point, I feel even stronger, and I want you to know that you have my utmost support.
You stared down hate, stood firm in your beliefs,
Protected the small, prepared a place for those who were oppressed. You showed us that resistance is a discipline, integrity is a practice in empathy, and courage can be cultivated by each and every one of us.
When people decide to be free and they are united together in that effort, nothing can stop them.
You weathered storms, rebuilt from charred embers, conquered fear, and laughed a lot.
you told us that we could be anything and that our circumstances didn't define our greatness. Most of all, you taught us that our dreams matter. Dear Coretta.
Dear Coretta.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Students with King serves as the King Center's flagship engagement platform for elementary, middle, and high school students, highlighting the legacies of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Mrs. Coretta Scott King, and the impact of the 20th century American Civil Rights Movement. Our dynamic and interactive programming has reached over 1 million students worldwide. Our core learning programs introduce students to the philosophy of Kingian nonviolence, coined Nonviolence 365, and provide important lessons about how they can apply nonviolence in their immediate environments. Whether you're an educator who is looking for ways to bring the King legacy into your classroom, a student who wants to learn more about this powerful moral movement, or a parent who wants to get your child involved in character building and literacy development activities, Students with King is your one-stop shop for unique lesson plans, teaching resources, educational field trips, and other opportunities to engage with the history of the American Civil Rights Movement and its powerful leaders. We look forward to engaging with you and your students. Together we can build the next generation of compassionate, courageous, and conscientious leaders.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another edition of Students with King Reading Corner. I am your moderator, Tyreek Wynn. Appreciate y'all so much for joining us on this extraordinary Tuesday morning in April. I know y'all are ready. School year almost over. Y'all got a couple of weeks of school left. Y'all are finishing it out strong and all that good stuff. So I know y'all excited this morning. So I'm excited. But before we do that, of course, we got to begin with the state roll call. Go ahead and let us know where you guys are tuning in from. You can shout out your state, your city, your school, your classroom, all that good stuff. We want to know where you guys are watching from this morning. That way we can shout some of y'all out. Now, while we let y'all do that, also want to point this out as well. We have our QR code, right? You guys can go ahead and scan our QR code. This is our survey. This lets you guys can put your camera phone up to it, and you guys can scan it and fill out this survey in regards to today's Students with King Reading Corner. Helps us improve and let us know what some of you guys' favorite parts are as well. You guys can also leave some comments there. So we would greatly appreciate it if you guys could take time to fill that out as well. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see where we got people tuning in from. All right, I love it. Y'all already on top of it. We got Crystal saying good morning in Atlanta. Okay, ATL, we love it. We love it. We got Pia Smith, good morning, tuning in from Avondale Elementary. Y'all are always tuning in. We appreciate you guys' support. Thank y'all. My last name is Wynn. A fellow Wynn. I love it. Yes, I advocate for impoverished and homeless corruptly targeted persons in Colorado Springs, Colorado, USA. Thank you, Coretta. Thank you guys so much, and we appreciate the work that you guys are doing as well. Clayton County Public Schools. I live in Clayton County. Much love. I went to Suter Elementary and Mundiesville Middle. So yes, Clayco, love you. Awesome, guys. Thank y'all so much, like I said, for tuning in this morning. So I want to go ahead and bring in our amazing author. It is Dr. Jameha Steele. She's an author of several children's books, and she will be reading her book, Tori Goes to the Ballpark. This exciting, engaging book shares the importance of helping others and believing in yourself. So let's go ahead and bring her in now. Good morning, Miss Steele. How are you this morning?
I am great. Thanks for the invitation. I'm so excited. Just happy to be here.
Oh, yeah, of course. It looked like, is this a family member, Erica Steele? That's family member?
Erica Steele, that's my Sora and one of my best friends.
Nice. Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Appreciate y'all so much tuning in this morning as well. So you have this amazing book, Tori Goes to the Ballpark. So let's go ahead and get into this good book reading.
All right. Let's do it. Tori Goes to the Ballpark. Now, I am one of the authors of this book. The other author is my sister. I have one sister, and her name is Tanya. So Tanya and I wrote this book together. The illustrator, is Myron Nolan. Today is going to be a great day. I get to go to my friend Tristan's baseball game. I'm going to have so much fun. I can't stop singing. Take me out to the ball game. I'm taking my pink catcher's glove with me just in case a ball comes my way. You know, I like to be prepared. Mom and I hopped in the truck and off to Mosley Field we went, singing along the way. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I remember Tristan telling me that he plays for the Diamond Cruisers, DC for short. People at school say they are awesome. Tristan is the shortstop and sometimes he pitches. He's fast as lightning and he loves to steal bases. Tristan wears number 2 on his jersey, so my mom made me a neon pink shirt with the number 2 on it. This way, everyone will know exactly who I'm rooting for. As soon as we took our seats, DC took the field. Tristan ran out the dugout to take his spot. "Look, Mom, Tristan's pitching today." He squatted down and was baseball ready. The first ball was thrown. The batter hit it straight to Tristan. He scooped it up and threw it to first for the out. The second batter struck out. This is awesome. Only one more out to go. The third batter was a big guy. He was the size of a 6th grader. This dude was intimidating. He walked right up to the plate and glared at Tristan. But Tristan didn't seem to be bothered at all. He got in his stance and loaded up. On the third pitch, he swung and crack! The ball went soaring to left field. Too bad for him, the DC left fielder was a great catcher. He caught his ball for the third out. All of the DC fans went wild, cheering and clapping. I must admit, this game is more exciting than I imagined. My buddy Tristan is the leadoff batter. He headed to home plate. The pitcher threw his first pitch. "Ball," the ump yelled. He threw his second pitch. "Ball 2," the ump yelled again. The pitcher threw his third pitch and pop! It hit Tristan right on his leg. He went down. My friend was hurt. He was in a lot of pain. The coach ran onto the field to check on him. Tristan was holding his leg and letting out loud moans. I heard the coach tell the ump that they didn't have enough players to finish the game. "We'll have to forfeit," he said. Oh no! Tristan is one of my closest friends. I can't let his team forfeit this game. I have to help. I jumped up, ran behind the dugout, and tapped my bracelet. I began to spin around while saying to myself, I can be anything I want to be, someone special or just me. I can be anything I want to be. You just watch, wait, and see. Just like that, I was ready for some baseball. My cleats were identical to Tristan's, and I wore his number 2 on my jersey. I hope these cleats make me as fast as he is. I yelled to the coach, "Put me in. I'm ready to play." He had a puzzled look on his face and asked, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Tori, and I'm here to save the day. I'm going to help DC win this game." He humped his shoulders and said, "Okay, can't hurt. Let's see what you got, little lady." The ump yelled, "Play ball!" I took my spot on first base where Tristan would have been if he wasn't so badly hurt. There's no time to be nervous. If the next player hits the ball, I have to run to second base. Hopefully, I'll make it all the way to home base. Number 33 was up to bat. The pitcher threw the ball and he hit it. Whack! As soon as I heard that sound, I took off running. I was running faster than a cheetah. I slid into second base and popped up. I gave the pitcher a slight grin. He hasn't seen anything yet. I'm giving him my all. I refuse to let Tristan down. Next up to bat was number 70. He bunted, and I made my way to third. He got out at first. Player number 5 walked to the plate to bat. I sure hope he's a hitter. I've got to make it home. We need 1 run to win. The first pitch was a strike. Next pitch, the ump yelled, strike 2. This wasn't looking very good. Last pitch, and the ump yelled, strike 3, you're out. He jogged back to the dugout with tears in his eyes. I said, hey, number 5, it's okay. You'll hit it the next time. He gave me a smile. We had 2 outs. Number 3 was up to bat. I got my lead and was well prepared to take home. The pitcher threw the ball. It was a strike. He threw his second pitch, and it was a ball. He threw his third pitch, and number 3 hit a hard grounder right in my direction. When I saw the ball was coming my way, I took off. All you could see was the dust I left in the third baseman's face. I was almost home when the third baseman threw the ball to the catcher. Oh no! I ran back towards third base. The catcher then threw the ball back to the third baseman. I was in a rundown. The third baseman threw the ball back to the catcher and he missed it. He ran to get it and dove for home plate 1 second after I slid across it. The ump yelled, she's safe, she's safe, she's safe. Just like that, we won the game. DC ran out onto the field. Everyone was jumping up and down, high-fiving and yelling. I was covered in dirt. Tristan limped over and gave me a big hug. He said, thank you, Tori. You saved the game. I told him I'm always willing to lend a helping hand and my quick feet. We both chuckled. After all, that's what friends are for. The end.
That was great. I love that story. That was really awesome. I like how once he was hurt and the friend, she came in, she stepped in and all that stuff. I mean, that's what friends are for, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I loved it. So tell me, and before we get started, just want to remind everybody to go ahead and head to the comment section. You guys can comment your thoughts on the book. What did you guys think? And then also comment your questions for Dr. Steele as well. And we'll try to get to as many of those as possible before we end the broadcast. So Dr. Steele, I want to start with this, right? Can you tell us what was the central theme? What message do you want readers to take away from this great book?
One thing I try to be is a good friend. I believe in friendship, and I believe in treating people the way I want to be treated. And so that was the message behind the story. Always be willing to lend a helping hand. And you never know, you may be the person that needs some help. Tristan is actually, the character Tristan in the book is loosely based on my nephew, Tristan, which is an awesome baseball player.
Okay, nice. So you took, I like how you took the family member, kind of played off of that and then made the book. That's pretty cool. And that's good because you know what I've noticed, a lot of authors that we've had on Students with King I've taken a family member and taken a great family member and then formed that into a book. So that's great. Sometimes we got to look at our families to get ideas.
Absolutely. Tori is my niece.
Okay, Tori is okay, nice. I love that. Okay, so is brother and sister, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Cool deal. Nice. Awesome. And then, we got a couple of people tuning in. We got Tanya Mosley from Pelham, Alabama. Appreciate y'all so much tuning in this morning. We love it. Swift says, I love that. They love that book. Love it. Good stuff. Crystal says, love this book. Who inspired the story? Great question.
My nephew.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
I love watching him play baseball. And there have been times when he has been hit, not on purpose, but hit by a ball. But one thing about him is that he's tough. And so he never gives up. And although he may not be able to finish a game, when he goes into the dugout, he's still rooting for his teammates. And so I admire that about him.
That's amazing. Good stuff there. Yeah, I remember I used to play baseball, and that was one of my favorites. I was like, I don't want to get up here. I do not want to get hit. Especially like it's one thing, like because you got the helmet on, so you protected your head. But if you get hit in the knee,
exactly.
It's not. I started playing in high school, and it was some good players who was throwing those baseballs 70 miles or better.
Salute.
Yeah, so it's definitely no joke there, right? So with this book, right? Why? Let me ask you this: Why specifically? I know you said your nephew played baseball, but I guess how? Why specifically baseball? Why specifically this book? Why was this? Why did you say, hey, I need to write this book?
Okay. I have a series, and the story that I just shared is the second book in the series. The first one is Tori's Whirlwind Adventure, and in that particular book, I read that one on here before. She transforms into a storm chaser. And I wrote that because at the time I lived in an area that had a lot of storms, and a lot of people were often displaced because of the damage from tornadoes. So this particular book, I wanted to do something completely different, something a little more fun and exciting. And so one Saturday, I was sitting at Tristan's baseball game, and the idea just popped into my head. And so that's really just the only inspiration behind the story. I was just sitting there thinking, this would be a cool story. There's one other after this one where Tori is going to become a marine biologist, and she's helping save a sea turtle. So my mind, I am a very creative person. So none of my books follow one little trend. I just take inspiration from whatever. And so for the next story that I'll share, it's just, I was watching the news one afternoon, and they were talking about the amount of pollution in the ocean. So with my brain, it's just whatever pops in it. So there's absolutely nothing that you can predict for like the next book in a story series. It's just where I am at the moment.
Yeah, of course, that's pretty cool, and I like how you sit and doing a regular activity, and it just comes. That's awesome. I love that, and that good brain power too, because you're doing something, but the brain is still going, the thoughts are still running crazy, which is great. That is absolutely fantastic. And also want to remind everybody, make sure you guys comment your questions for Dr. Steele, and we'll get to as many of those as possible. So this is great, and I like how so Tori seems to be the main person throughout the different books, right?
Yes, Tori is the main character. All of them begin with Tori. Tori goes to the ballpark. Tori's deep sea adventure. So everything is about the character. Tori will always be the main character.
Got you. Tori must be the favorite niece.
Tori is my only niece.
Okay, I got you. Nice. So, and then you said with the first one, you said you lived somewhere. Where you lived in Texas, Oklahoma?
At the time, I lived in Madison, Alabama.
Oh, Madison, Alabama. Okay, got you. And that is
the Tennessee line.
Is where now?
Very close. It's North Alabama, so it's very, very close to the Tennessee state line.
Okay, got you. So kind of like by Huntsville and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have family in Huntsville, so I've driven through there a couple of times. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
you
got
know about the Space and Rocket Center.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. I always enjoy going over there to that part too. That's pretty cool. We got another comment from Kim Montgomery, says, "I love your book."
Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you.
And we got Giovanna Allison, says, "I love the story. Thanks for sharing this wonderful masterpiece with us."
Oh, thank you, Giovanna.
All right, masterpiece. Yeah, I love that. And we got Swift again, says, "I love that Tori has a self-affirming, self-empowering quote she tells herself. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's fantastic. What was that? What was that quote? Just to remind everyone.
Gosh, how did it go? I can be anything I want to be, something special, or just me. You just watch, wait, and see.
Yeah, I like that. That rhymes too. So
Yeah.
it sticks with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love that. So tell us exactly. So I want to talk a little bit about that too, because I know sometimes certain kids may struggle being themselves, in certain situations. Can you talk about the importance of being yourself, being your authentic self at all times?
Absolutely. I try to inspire. One thing I do is travel to schools and I read to boys and girls all the time. I'm also a public speaker. And one thing that I always deliver in my messages is to just be who you are. You don't have to try to be like the next crowd or the next person or the in crowd. Just be who you are. Be true to yourself. And I think one thing that social media has done is we're seeing images and people are doing all of these wonderful, great things. You see all of these beautiful pictures, but we don't know what's behind the scenes. So a lot of what we see on social media is really not true. So never try to be what you see someone else doing or be like the next person. Just be who you are. Be true to you. Just love who you are, love yourself, know your self-worth, and that's the important thing. And so every morning when I wake up, I'm a lot, Mary J. Blige sings her song and she says, "Hey, beautiful." I don't do the "Hey, beautiful" part, but I do say, I tell myself, "Hey, you're pretty good." And I love you. So I love who I am. And I think more people need to be accepting of who they are, be who God made us to be.
Yeah, amen to that. And I always say it's really great when you wake up in the morning to, do a morning prayer, do some morning affirmations as well. And build that confidence in yourself as well. And then you also talked about social media too. That's a really big thing. So many people are comparing themselves to what they see on social media. And we can't do that.
Exactly.
We gotta be our own authentic selves and believe in us and be ourselves, authentic selves at all times. So that's really important. Got another comment saying, "Being a good friend is what everyone needs, and this story helps to celebrate friends." Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, and comment from Crystal says, "Great narrative on inspiration for writing. Many students think they lack ideas, but they can simply consider real life experiences." And that's what you did.
That's it. That's it.
All right, people, I love this. We got the comments rolling in. Y'all are coming in. We love it. We love it. Also says, Swift says, also like that the coach allowed her to try without it becoming an issue of girls can't play baseball.
Right.
Good point. I love that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's definitely a good point that they did bring up, because it, since Tristan is since Tristan's a boy, that means it was a boys
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's good.
A girl to step in and she was able to help win the game. So that's great. Boys and girls can do it. We can get it done together.
Absolutely. She came in and did her thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. On 24 Hours says girl power. Oh yeah, guys. Well, this is so awesome. I really, really love this story. Great, amazing book. And I'm sure viewers are wondering where they can go and purchase it and how they can follow you as well. So can you go ahead, let us know what link they can go to, and then also how people can connect with you on social media as well.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram, and it's just Jameha, Jameha. It's also, I think it's, there's a website, Tori'sAdventures.com, and you can find all the different information about Tori and the series. If you want to book a live reading, you can do that. I do visit schools. We do tour dates, so that's great. We also have a mascot that travels with me when I go to different schools. The different books can be purchased through Author House Publishing Company. So look up Author House. You can also find them on Amazon. Amazon was running a clearance sale. So Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, yeah, guys, make sure y'all go ahead and support our amazing author, Dr. Steele. Last comment says, I love that this is a fictional story, but grounded in recognizable version of the world. Oh, yeah, of course.
Let me tell you something cool about the person who just made that comment.
Yeah.
That's my sister and the co-author. And she's
nice.
also Tori and Tristan's mom.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Love that family connection there. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for taking your time to come on with us and read your book to the students on Students with King Reading Corner. Thank you so much, Dr. Steele, and I'm sure we'll see you again at some other time because you got this amazing series, and of course, we want to continue to hear about Tori's amazing adventures. So we definitely appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, of course. You too. And guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this amazing edition of Students with King Reading Corner. We really, really appreciate it. Before we go, we do want to talk about a couple of things. One, the QR code. So go ahead, make sure you guys scan that QR code, put your phone up to the QR code, and it'll take you to a link where you guys can take our survey. This lets us know, you guys can let us know what you guys thought about the Students with King Reading Corner seminar today. And you guys can go ahead, leave some comments, and give us your thoughts as well. Also, we got a couple of events coming up that we want to let you guys know as well. We have our next Students with King Interactive Civil Rights Talk. Is going to be a special presentation on the life work of Mrs. Coretta Scott King, who is the founder of the King Center. And this is going to be presented by our very own Dr. Kalisha Graves, who is she does Chief Research, Education, and Program Officer at the King Center. And this is actually going to be moderated by Miss Cheryl Preheim at 11 Alive. And so this is going to happen on April 24th, 2025 at 10 a.m. You guys can register for that right now. You can head over to www.thekingcenter.org and you can register for the Students with King Interactive Civil Rights Talk. And also we have something else. This is huge too as well. So we have the Beloved Community Leadership Academy. Our BCLA team is committed to developing the next generation of compassionate, courageous, and conscientious nonviolent leaders who think critically in solving pressing world issues. So you guys can learn Nonviolence 365, technology and innovation, business leadership, and entrepreneurship. This is for the ages between 13 and 18. And this is going to be the Beloved Community Leadership Academy. So the next start date is going to be this summer, 2025. And make sure you guys go ahead. You guys can go ahead and fill out an application, and scholarships are available. You can apply right now. So for more information, you can scan that QR code on the screen, or you can head over to www.thekingcenter.org Leadership Academy. Well, that wraps it up for all of our announcements here at the King Center. Make sure you guys register for those things. And then we will see you guys next time for another edition of Students with King Reading Corner. Thank y'all so much. I'm Tyreek Wynn. Catch you guys next time.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bernice A. King.
And I'm Dr. Kimberly P. Johnson.
And we are the co-authors of
It Starts With Me. Well, it starts with me.
No, I think it really starts with me.
No.
Well, maybe it just starts with you.
It starts with you.
This is a book for children and the rest of the world about love. A powerful word that really can change and transform our world. Now, this girl here is Amora. So Amora is going to take us on a journey around the world with her friends, talking about how we can be loved.
Thank you so much for reading this book. It Starts With Me. Dr. King's vision is coming to life, and you guys are going to carry that vision into the world. Have fun reading.
We want our children and you, parents, to be loved in the way you speak, in the way you act, and in the way you think. That's what it starts with me about. It starts with me. I am the one who infects the world with love.
It starts with me.
We join hands with people around the world who yearn for peace. We are tired of other people making decisions for us. We want to control what happens to us. We want to write our own history. We want to tell our own story because we feel that we know it better than anyone else.